Hi greedy 3Ders. Today we're not only going to be looking at the Ultracraft Reflex RS, we're going to be using it in offline mode. If you recall, there was a bit of controversy recently on the tinterweb, on YouTube especially, where people put videos out suggesting that you couldn't use these offline, and at the time you couldn't. Well, HeyGears have listened and now you can, and I'll talk you through that whole process. If you've got no internet or your internet goes down, you can still use your printers really easy. The other thing we're going to be doing is using their PAS10 resin. This is their cheapest resin, and a bit of a spoiler alert here, it's bloody marvellous stuff, and I'll show you some results of that. Thirdly, depending on when you're watching this, HeyGears have got a Black Friday sale on and the prices are incredible. So if you're thinking of buying one of these, I'll tell you at the end how you can get it for a really good price, and if you use my link through Greedy3D, you get an extra $50 off. Stay tuned. So just so you know that we're offline, I'm going to turn my Wi-Fi off on my computer. So now we are running just on the computer itself. I've opened up the Blueprint slicing software. Now I'm not going to put anything in username or password. I'm just going to click the little understand box at the bottom and click continue in log off mode. And there we go. Exactly the same as before. It looks a little bit different, but start the process. I'm going to be choosing the RS. We're using the pulsing released module. I'm going to choose the PAS10 at 50 microns, the same as you do yourself normally, and confirm. Everything is the same here going forward regarding the slicing of your software. There is no difference in offline mode, so I'm going to select my model. I'm going to change the scale of it. I'm going to hollow it. I'm going to add holes. I'm going to orientate it all. I'm going to add my supports. No change whatsoever to the process. And once I've got everything ready to go, and once all my supports are in place, I am then just going to, as I normally would anyway, click slice. I'm going to name it. I'm going to call it Ripley 60%, I believe, something like that, and then I'm going to just say slice. It'll look a little bit different once it's sliced in top corner, but it won't be too long before it is actually all sliced. And all you need to do when it's sliced is click here, which will open up a box where you can tell it where your USB stick is. Now it's really important you use a USB stick. Just select that folder and it will save that file onto the USB stick itself. Now while that's all saving, go across to the RS, and I'm going to use their very own PAS10 pale purple resin. This is the cheapest of the HeyGears resins that you can buy. It's cheaper than some of the standard ones that other manufacturers make, and it's very similar to their PAS10. Once that's in there, plug your USB stick into the right hand side of the machine. Go to the front, first screen you come to, select USB, and right next to it there, select print next to the job. It will transfer it to the hard drive, and once it's done, just press print. Simple as that. It will check a few things, may give you a warning. If it does, just tell it to continue, and then it will check a few other bits and pieces and tell you that if you've got a heater installed, it will go up to its 23 degrees temperature, or you can just tell it to print straight away. If you've got the heater, of course, let it reach temperature before you press print. It is as simple as that to print in an offline mode. A fair few hours have passed and we have a result, and what a result we have. Again, and I'm almost fed up of saying this, the RS has not let me down. I have not had a single failed print on this thing yet. It just prints whatever I throw at it. And having reviewed other printers recently, I'm always drawn back to the RS because it's so damn reliable. The supports are coming off beautifully. They're just falling off. A little bit of heat via a hairdryer or some hot water to let them soak, and they just fall away. And I always say this, and it always happens, and I bet you're fed up of me saying it, but just look at this. That's how supports should come off. That was just with a couple of seconds of a hairdryer. That's all you need. A hairdryer, hot water, a few seconds, and watch. They just literally crumble away. They just fall off. I love the supports on this HeyGears. They are wonderful. Anyway, it's all printed. The resin has done its job. The printer's done its job. Just have a look at Ripley here. She is clean. She is smooth. She is crisp. She's got detail. She looks absolutely fantastic. This PAS10 resin in this printer is amazing. I mean, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? I don't know why I need to speak, because what you can see is what you are getting. It's just, look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, I love pulse rifles. They're my favourite weapon in the world from Aliens, and the detail in this one is outstanding. Ignore the bits of blue tack. I'm just holding her onto her base there. Now, as I said, this is the new cheaper resin. This is their very own PAS10, and what we're talking about cheaper, let's just talk about the Black Friday sale. So here we have the prices that HeyGears are offering between the 22nd of November till the 2nd of December. This is their Black Friday prices. If you look at the far right hand side, you will see in red the price that you will pay if you follow the link below in the description, because yep, if you follow that link, not only do you get the Black Friday prices, you also get an extra $50 off just by following the Greedy 3D link. This is what HeyGears have given me as a YouTuber to you guys that watch my videos to get an extra $50 off, which is absolutely amazing. So if you want to buy their machine, now is an awesome time to do it. Use the link below to get another $50 off. It's clear that HeyGears is a company that listens to its consumers. If you look at the original Ultracraft Reflex and then you look at the RS, you can see that they've listened. They've dropped the price of it. They've made it a bigger build volume. They have reduced the costs of their resins. These are all the things that I told them in my first review of the Ultracraft Reflex, and they've been really engaging. The only point they haven't budged on yet is that their resins are locked into their machines, or rather their machines rely on their resins to work. They don't. We know they don't, and you can use any resin you like in it, and I've proved that in video after video, but the official line is that you use their resins in their machine. Now, I think we all need to let HeyGears know one thing. If they allowed it to be opened up to use all resins, if they did that, if they made that official, if they just put a little bit in their slicer that said third-party resin, even if they said, we don't support you here, we don't cover you here, any problems, it's all at your own risk, or if they went one step even more and put a list of resins like Sunlu, Jam J, Conjure, Wargamer, put those profiles in, again with a disclaimer saying you have problems, it's on your own bat, this printer would be untouchable. It would be it's already, I think, the best resin 3D printer in its size bracket of the year, but I think if they did that, it would make it perfectly. So I think HeyGears need to listen to that, and I think you guys need to tell them. But I will say this, they are listening and they are making dramatic changes with other things, and their PAS10 resin, this stuff that you saw me using today, this is brilliant resin for $30 a kilogram, and it's a really good price for a really good resin, and it's, you know, the results speak for themselves, don't they? If you're thinking of buying the RS, and I urge you to buy one, I really do, it's my favourite printer, absolutely the best printer of 2024 in my opinion. They are doing the Black Friday sale between the 22nd of November and the 2nd of December. I'm going to put the prices up on the screen now to what you can get these machines for, and the prices on the right hand side in red are the prices that you will pay after you use my link, because if you use my link you get an extra $50 off. You don't need to use my link. I'm not trying to sell you something. Go buy them directly from their own site if you want to, but you get them through my link, you will get an extra $50 off the cost of the HeyGears Ultracraft Reflex RS, or its pulsing release module, or its washing, its cure station. It all helps, doesn't it? All money helps. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today, Greedy 3Ds. If you do like what you see on the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Think about joining the Greedy 3D Patreon, and thank you so much to my existing Patreons. And again, if you want to buy other printers, other paints, other stuff, there's links down below. Just pop yourself down there and grab what you can. It's always good for you to do that, as a little bit will kick back to the channel, and I thank you for doing that. Hope you've enjoyed that today. Thank you for watching. See you next time on Greedy 3D.